Hi everyone, how are you doing? Maggie here, bringing you a tutorial of sorts. I have been off YouTube a little while. I think maybe the last tutorial that I did was this blouse that I made, which is a buttrick pattern. I was going through the patterns today, and the new releases, and I saw this Simplicity pattern 3002, and this view here caught my eye, and I thought I really would like to make that. I need some blouses for work, some spring type blouses, and this blouse has like a lot of the features that you know, work well with my figure type and everything. It has you know, it has the extended sizing. It goes up to size, what, 26 I think. Oh no, actually this goes up to size 38. So that is nice. It has like the these princess seams that are good if you have to, if you have weight fluctuations. You can take the seams in or out. It's a good place to take them in or out. So that's a benefit. And then also I like that it has full sleeves. Now I'm going to be making this version with the smaller cuffs, at least for the test garment. I like the white one too. I might at some point make a white one. I'll show you the fabric that I'm going to be using. This is a keepsake calico fabric that I got on sale. I actually found it in the last chance fabrics at Joann's. So for a test garment it should work out well. I have washed it and dried it, so it's all pre-shrunk. So yeah. And by the way, the shirt that I'm wearing was buttrick 5861, and I do have a sew along for that. Okay. Hi everyone, Maggie back. I wanted to talk a little bit about this pattern. Of course, I said the reason I selected it is it has the princess seams down the front, usually before I start any sewing project I kind of analyze the pattern, and I actually read the instructions through thoroughly so I know what I'm getting into before I start it. But on this, I just realized looking at this that this has a placket in the front that, you know, it hides the button band, and on the pattern sleeve it calls for actually for this view A, it calls for 1/2" buttons, because the buttons that are on the front of the shirt are actually decorative buttons. And then it has like 1/2" buttons on the inside the placket, and then these are decorative, 6 decorative buttons that are 5/8 buttons, 5/8 of an inch buttons. Now I'm going to be making this colorful blouse. I did pick up some buttons. I picked up 2 different types. I got these, which are 5/8 inch La Mode buttons. What I actually might do is not do the hidden placket on that. I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth about it. Or maybe I will do it, and I'll get use some smaller buttons. I also picked up these purple ones. So I, you know, would have a choice. They're not as good a quality, but I could interchange them. So what I actually might do is not do that enclosed placket and just sew it and you know, so you can see the buttons. So, and I like the tail, the shape of the tails on the design, and also the fact that the sleeves are full, which is usually better for me. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to work on this. I think I'm not going to do the large cuffs. I'm just going to do the small cuffs that are for view B and do it like that. So as I'm looking at this, and I frequently change my mind in the middle of projects, but I actually do like it with the button band hidden in there. So I might actually end up getting the 1/2-inch buttons. It has like one button at the, if you look at the pattern, it has like, let me see if I can get that in focus. It has one button at the very top. There you go, like a design feature. So yeah, so let's take a look at the instructions and see what we're getting into. Okay, so I've answered my question. So it does have the placket there with the buttons hidden. I think that's for both A and B. So I think it would be pretty easy to do it either way. At this point, I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. But once I start cutting my pattern out, hopefully I will have made up my mind by then. Hi everyone, Maggie here. I am working on my pattern pieces here, deciding exactly what I should cut out, what size I should cut out. I'm going to be kind of like in between sizes. I did take my measurements before this project. It's probably a good idea to do that before you do any pattern cutting out. And then also in the instructions it does say that the finished garment measurements were included, and I did find them. They are on the pattern piece. So you can actually see here. I'm working for the larger plus sizes 20 to 28. Now my bust is currently 45 inches. So if I do the size 20, the finished garment is measurement for the size 20 is 26 inches. So that would give me just like 1 inch of ease. So I think it's probably smarter for me to do the 23 in the bust. Also because my arms I have heavier arms. And then once I cut the pattern out, or once I sew it, I'll have a little bit of wiggle room. Better to make it a little bit larger than too small. So what I did was just so I don't make a mistake when I cut this out, I'm just going to draw this bust line in here. This is where the apex is, and that's where that is. So we're just going to go across here at I'm just using a regular ruler. So we'll have this line. I did kind of put it in there using my Tombow here, so you can see that green line. So what I need to do is I need to make this adjustment. The whole top part above the bust is going to be size 22. Okay. And then when I get to the waist, and I did sort of like lightly draw the waist in here. So they give you the waist on the front, piece number 1. And here it is. This is piece number 1, as you can see. I'm just trying to, so you can see these numbers. And for the waist, the size 22 is, finished garment measurement is 40 inches and a half. My waist is actually 43 inches right now, so that would be, the 22 would be too tight. It wouldn't get around me. The 24 is 42 and a half, and that would actually be even a little tight, like a half an inch too tight. The 26 is 44 and a half inches. So that would give me like an inch and a half. That would give me about an inch and a half of ease at the waist. So it looks like I'm going to be going between the size 22 and the size 26. I'm just really going by the finished garment measurements when I'm doing this. Now I want to just draw my waistline in here. Now I was doing some figuring before, but so basically when you make adjustments, you need to go between the notch and whatever the point is, the waist. So hi everyone, Maggie here. Just making the adjustments on my pattern piece. I have my bust line drawn in here. Everything above the bust or around the bust is size 22. And then I want to be at my waistline, which I drew in here, and I need to draw it in a little darker so you can see it. Let's see, or I can see it. I need to be out to the size 26 at that point. And then at the hip, I need to be out to the size 28. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the in-between size from size 22, so it won't be like so many sizes in between. I'm going to go from the 22 to this point here, which is the notch. I'm going to go up to the size 24 here. Okay. And then by the time I get to the waist, I'll be up to the size 26. Okay, so the notches are kind of important points here. So, okay. And I can make it a little more curvy, but you can kind of see. And then from this waistline, this is the waist right here, to the hip, I want to be out to the size 28, which is the largest size. Okay, so just do a little bit of fine tuning here to make sure I don't cut the wrong line. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I am working on piece number 5, which is the back, shirt back, making the adjustments that I need. Okay, here is the waistline here. You can see it. Let me draw it in a little better all the way across. Let's see. We'll draw that in. Okay. So now in through the the bust area or the top of the blouse, I'm a size 22. But once I get to the waist, I need to be out to the size 26 at that point. So I'm going to start here at this sleeve area and go to the size 24 between there and this important notch here, so I don't go like up to 3 sizes in one go. So we'll go up to the size 24, and then we need to go to the size 26 at the waist. Okay, I did sort of start drawing the line in there, but not to cause confusion, but anyway, there we go. Okay, so once I get out to the waistline, I'm at the size 26, and then I need to get to size 28 at the hips. So, all right, you can see that. Okay, so that looks kind of curvy, but anyway, that is what we're gonna cut out. Okay. And the whole bottom of the shirt is gonna be size 28 here. So we are going through quite a few sizes here. Just doing a little tracing so that I don't forget what line I'm on. Here, size 22. And luckily, the sleeves are, excuse me, they are full. So I have a large bicep, so I shouldn't have a problem with the sleeves. And this, I have to choose designs that will accommodate my sleeves. So yeah. Okay, so I think that those are all the adjustments that I need for those pieces. I'm cutting out the size 22, like on the collar and all that. I was looking at the dart on this. This is like an 1.5 inch dart, and I'm thinking since I go between 22 to 28, I'm just gonna pick the middle dart here, this middle dart, which is size 24, and that's the dart I'm gonna use. And if I don't have enough room, I can make the dart smaller, or I can eliminate the dart if I need the room in the waist. And the dart is like 1.5 inches from point to point, I think. Let's see. Just ironing my pattern pieces. I did get a comment on one of my videos that they recommended that I iron my pattern pieces, so. Oops.
Just girls or dogs. And you're in a world.
arm side just to give myself a little extra room there. So the sleeves I'm going to do a size 24. Change my mind. So okay, so that's a beautiful back, nice pressed back piece. Piece number 5. And do piece number 4. Okay. Right. All my nice tracing lines. There's the bust line there. And we have here. A little bit of an enhanced shaping. Okay. Here is the sleeve. Okay. And do size 24 for the sleeve. Make sure I have plenty of room. And the arm side. This is a sleeve for B, view B, which is the 3/4 sleeve, or a little bit longer than 3/4. Look at these creases out of the pattern so that, whoops. Okay. Whoop. Alright, that looks much better. This is piece number 2, which is the front band. Okay. This is the left front band. Piece 3. And the collar, which I haven't really trimmed. I haven't really trimmed the collar, but I will trim it. That's going to be size 24. Because I made everything around the neckline size 24. So piece number 6. I'm going to get all the creases out of here. All right. Oops. Oh, gee. This is the last piece here, piece number 11. And I'm going to cut that a little bit larger because my arms are Okay, I'm just ironing my fashion fabric.